Hey, I'm Cliff. You must be Alex.
Hey, nice to meet you, dude. Welcome to Zero Waste.
When do we start?
First, we'll do 10 minutes of stretching, and then we'll head out on route.
About 10 minutes later.
Whew! Dang, Alex, I feel great.
Man, now that we're done stretching, let me show you the schedule. The schedule tells us the location and job description for each of our shifts, whether it be a van, paper, compost, Quonset, or housing route. Also, if you didn't already know, we have the option to sign up for weekend routes too.
Cool.
Excuse me guys, I just gotta check something real fast. Oh crap, I forgot, I work at the trailer today. I'll see you guys later.
Alright, bye.
So what is the trailer? Is that a part of the Zero Waste program?
Yeah, it is actually. It's located on Villard Street, on the other side of Matthew Knight Arena, next to East Campus Graduate Village. Compost, maintenance, and housing routes all start from the trailer. Just make sure that every time you walk into the trailer, you say hello, and your name. This lets coordinators know that you have arrived.
Hi, it's Rachel.
Hey Rachel.
Some employees receive training to work on satellite routes, in which case they would start at either the EMU office or the Rose Room. When you check the schedule, it will say which location you should start your shift at. Just remember to stretch at the beginning of your shift, regardless of where you start. So do you have any questions before we head out?
Yeah, are we required to wear closed-toed shoes on the job?
We actually are required to wear closed-toed shoes on the job. I just keep a pair of work boots here so I can change out of my sandals when I get to work.
Those must be some good shoes. I brought my own, but do we have gloves that we're supposed to wear?
Glad you asked, Cliff. Gloves are indeed essential. They protect your hands from sharp barrels, broken glass, and especially grossness. And this is our glove box. We have 4 sizes to choose from small to extra large. You know what? I think you look like a large. And if you ever find a pair of gloves that look questionable, don't just put it back. Instead, bring it to a coordinator. We have plenty of new gloves available for everyone. Now that we have our gloves on, let's see what we're going to do today. This is the route split. We'll first service these buildings today, and we'll get Night Library and East Campus last. We'll remember to tally, and we'll be taking van 0809. And at the end of the day, we're going to come back and help sort.
Well, it looks like we have a lot of work to do. Shall we?
To the van? Once a day we need to inspect specific parts of the van. We check everything from turn signals to oil levels. This daily process helps keep our vans in good shape. If you find that something is out of order, make a comment on the vehicle's checklist. But if there's any serious concern, be sure to alert a coordinator before you take your vehicle out on route. Come on, I'll show you.
Alright. Alright, let's recycle.
Hold your horses, Cliff. I like your enthusiasm, but you need to back me out.
Ooh, that's right. I completely forgot. Which direction?
I'm going to back out to the right, and then I'm going to pull forward to the left.
Alright, I'm on it. So dude, how long has the Zero Waste program even been around?
Since 1991. It began with a group of students who knew the school had recyclables. They volunteered their time to collect them in order to show others that it wasn't just garbage. Staff began to realize how much recycling could be done and showed support for the student-led program. Eventually, the ASCO stepped up to fund the effort, making the recycling program an official part of the university. I don't know if you realize this, but some of the original student volunteers are now our bosses.
Wow, that's some dedication.
I know, right? And a few years back, we changed our name to the UO Zero Waste program.
So what exactly does zero waste mean?
Well, zero waste means removing trash from our system entirely. Nearly everything you would find in the trash could be disposed of in a better way. So our purpose is twofold: disposing of waste in a more responsible manner and educating the campus about living more sustainably.
So along with eliminating waste, we're also trying to show others how to live more sustainably?
Exactly, but it all starts with us. We need to represent the program and show others how zero waste can be achieved. We also service a variety of events on campus, and this helps show visitors that the university works towards zero waste.
So what kind of events do we service?
Well, we collect compost and recycling from the street fair, residence hall move-outs and move-ins, the Willamette Valley Folk Festival, Environmental Law Conference, and ASCO-sponsored events.
Man, I never knew that the zero waste did so much around here.
I know, right? But there are still more opportunities to divert waste from our landfills. Speaking of...
So, where do we start?
Well, all of our equipment's in the back of the van, so we just need to lower the lift gate to get to it.
Alright, no problem.
I'll show you how to do it, Cliff. The first step is unhooking the safety chain here. Once that's done, you want to raise the liftgate just a little bit using this button. On some vans it may be a switch. After that, raise the lever here and slowly lower the liftgate. Make sure it doesn't slam down. One of the most common injuries we've had here were from people jumping on and off the liftgate. Instead, lower it down so you can create a step. This will minimize injury and put less strain on your body. Let's go over some hand truck safety. You must always strap your barrel to the hand truck before moving. Barrels are wobbly and can tip easily, even at low speeds. However, even when a barrel is strapped down, we still need to use extreme caution. This means taking it slow and avoiding all obstacles, especially people. When out on route, it is always important to face danger. Keeping the barrel in front of you allows for more visibility and control, which are two essentials when maneuvering heavy loads. The one exception to the face danger rule is when going through a doorway. Doorways are narrow, and it can be easier to pull a barrel behind you. But otherwise, always remember to face danger, and try to avoid stairs. Occasionally, you can navigate up or down a step or two, but never attempt this if a barrel is too heavy. And when en route, if you encounter any difficult situations with the hand truck, take your time and assist your partner. This will prevent any damage to ourselves and the buildings that we are servicing.
What are we doing now?
We're doing a paper route. We'll be collecting paper and GMP. GMP stands for glass, metal, and plastic. All GMP is collected in our red buckets to prevent contamination. We don't tally each individual site. Instead, we just write down which buildings we serviced. Not all sites look the same, so we're sent out with a map detailing where each recycling site is located. At many recycling sites, paper is divided into mixed and white. To speed up sorting, which I'll cover later, we should separate mixed and white into two different barrels. So do you have any questions?
It all sounds good to me. Let's do this.
While servicing the inside of buildings, keep your volume to a minimum. Teachers and students will appreciate it.
Man, they really do need us to help sort this stuff.
Yeah, that's what we're here for. So let's just leave the site better than the way we found it. We should also let a coordinator know that the site is missing its white and mixed paper signs.
All right, shall we?
What I do, da da do, da da do.
Hey Alex, what does sorted for Dropbox mean?
That means the barrel's ready to be taken to the drop box because it's full of non-deposits. I'll show you what I mean when we get back to the queue.
Okay, cool. So are we done with this site?
Yeah, van routes involve servicing sites with barrels from a single location. It could be on a dock or an enclosed cage. We usually swap these barrels out and tally the number of barrels that we serviced.
Okay, so instead of servicing the entire building, we're just servicing the barrels on the outside that have already been filled with material?
Exactly.
All right, where do I tally?
When you're on a van route, you want to make sure to tally how many barrels were serviced, legibly. We serviced 3.3 barrels. This includes the barrel that was sorted for Dropbox. When you write it down, make sure you use decimals and not fractions. This will minimize confusion when someone else records the numbers later. Also, if a site did not have anything, just leave it empty.
So who is it that puts all these barrels on the dock for us?
Well, there's a third type of route called the housing route.
Hey Alex, what's good?
I'm just explaining to Cliff how to fill out a tally sheet for van routes.
You must be the new guy. I'm Rachel.
Welcome to Zero Waste. I'm Wiley. How's your first day been?
Hey guys, nice to meet you. First day's been great. Learned a ton about zero waste. What is it that you guys do on a housing route?
The housing route is just another step in the collection process. We start from the trailer and service in and around the residence halls on campus.
Yeah, and obviously, the residence halls generate a lot of materials. Since the sites are less accessible for vans, we go around on foot and bring them to locations where they can be picked up and driven to the queue.
We also site sort to make sure the locations are in good shape. The extra attention we give helps to streamline the recycling process.
Wow, it all makes sense. So the housing route, you guys pick up material and centralize it. Then you help speed up the process by site sorting for material that goes to the drop box. Finally, the van route, us, picks up the material and takes it to the queue.
Exactly! All right, well, we have another location to service, but you boys have a good day.
All right, thanks you guys. See ya.
That's it.
Bye.
Bye. Now we need to stop and check this PDO insert.
So what does PDO stand for?
PDO stands for public drop-off. They're outdoor collection sites for the public to use. If you spot any graffiti or vandalism on zero waste property, make a note of it on your route slips comment section. Well, it looks like we can take our 15 now.
Oh, that's right. I forgot we get a break.
Yeah, it's Oregon Revised Statute 653.621. Paid 15-minute breaks for each shift worked, and they should be taken at the approximate midpoint of the work shift. Breaks begin when we're done with work, and time walking to and from places is considered part of that break time.
So how do you recommend we kill these 15?
I've got a couple ideas. Follow me.
Hey Alex, let's get out of here.
When unloading at the queue, we use the liftgate to lower barrels safely. This minimizes strain on our bodies. You should also be observant of your surroundings when unloading barrels, as people may be entering or leaving your work area. Vans are restocked with 15 empty barrels, and the type of barrel depends on the route you are on. Also, be aware of your time spent at the dock. Other van crews may arrive at the same time as you. Alright, before we begin sorting, let's return the keys and check in with the coordinator about our route.
Alright, I'll go grab the route slip and meet you in there.
See ya.
See ya.
Hey Jeff.
Hey, how's it going?
It's going well.
How
Good.
did things go?
Went pretty well, except for there was a bag at site outside of room 320 in Willamette. It
Okay.
was missing a couple of paper signs. It
Okay.
was also really messy, but we cleaned it up and everything
Okay.
went well.
Thanks for cleaning up the site and taking care of everything, and really appreciate it. So,
Yeah, no problem.
all right. All right, good job.
I'm gonna go show Cliff how to sort now.
Okay. All right. Sounds good.
Cool.
All right.
Take it easy.
Yeah, thank you very much.
See ya.
Alright, let's grab a couple barrels and find a spot to sort. I'll show you what each of the paper grades are.
Alright, let's do it.
So we aim to sort through an entire barrel in under 10 minutes. And it's okay to take your time, but we have a lot of material to get through, so don't feel like you have to sort through everything, page by page. Materials we collect are sold to the market as a commodity, and the revenue is used to help fund the program. The value of white paper is much higher than for mixed paper. This is why when we are en route, we separate white paper from the rest. It makes our jobs a lot easier once we return to sort.
So everything that falls into the white paper category will go here, and everything that falls into the mixed paper category will go here?
Exactly, and if you're ever unsure where something goes, you can check the sorting board. And if that's not clear, you can always ask a coordinator directly.
Okay.
White paper is any paper that is white and not heavily inked. Basically, any printing paper, notebook paper, or Scantrons should go in the white paper bin. Mixed paper encompasses most other paper materials, including paperboard, colored paper, heavily inked white paper, packaging paper, envelopes, egg cartons, and any other low-grade paper products. However, this does not include corrugated cardboard or beverage cartons. In the summer months and toward the end of each term, we will receive large amounts of yet another paper category, office pack. We get office pack barrels from office move-outs. This category is separate from white and mixed paper. It is important to always keep a diligent eye out for anything that is not paper. This means soiled paper, reusables, plastics, wrappers, cups, metals, cardboard, food, or any other non-paper products. If there are non-paper recyclables in these barrels, do not trash them. Sort them into another bin where it can be collected later. These other bins consist of GMP, hard plastics, sheet plastics, cardboard, styrofoam, reusables, phone books, compost, batteries, tapes, and transparencies. If you get lost and you don't know where any of these bins are, another recycler can point you in the right direction. If something does not fit into any of these categories, only then is it considered garbage.
Right, trash is always the last option. But in case I forget where something goes, who should I ask?
If you ever have any questions, just ask a coordinator. Another category associated with paper sorting is glue-bound books. Glue-bound refers to anything with a glue binding. Most textbooks and magazines are glue-bound, but some thinner prints only use staples. If there are staples, then it belongs in either a white or a mixed paper bin. Sometimes we are contacted by a campus library to pick up barrels filled with textbooks. When we do this, we sort those books into a specific bin for each library. The different library bins are Science, Night, Law, and the AAA.
Whoa, are we allowed to take some of these books home?
Yeah, totally, but only after your shift or during your breaks. These books aren't gonna walk away. Also, you can only take books out of the glue-bound bin. All library books must remain at the queue.
So where do we end up putting these big bins once they fill up?
Excellent question. These green bins are called Gaylords, and when one of them fills up, you want to get on top of it and stomp it down. Remember, A bin is not full until it is tightly packed. Once a bin is completely full, it is ready to be pulled out and swapped with an empty. We will use a pallet jack to move it to the center of the sorting area. From there, coordinators will use the forklift to move the full bins into the truck trailer, where they will then be hauled off to market. The pallet jack is not a toy. It helps us move really heavy things, and it can be extremely dangerous if you do not take your time and use extreme caution. It is crucial to look out for your surroundings, especially people. Here, let me show you how it's used. First, slide the jack under the bin. Give the jack enough pumps to make sure the bin is completely clear of the ground. When moving a load, push the bin in front of you. By keeping the steering column upright, you can prevent injury and improve handling. The hand lever on the right will lower the jack back down. When placing a bin, make sure its feet are facing the correct direction so the forklift can easily pick it up. Now that we're done sorting paper, let's go help out with GMP.
So where do we get this eye and ear protection before we start sorting GMP?
PPE can be found in the queue's break room or beside the sorting area. It is essential whenever we're sorting GMP, as GMP juices could get into our eyes or the shattering of glass could damage our precious ears.
Well, now that we're safe, what's next?
Well, when we're sorting glass, metal, plastic, we sort one item at a time. There are three main categories to be aware of when sorting GMP: deposits, non-deposits, and glass. The two types of deposits that we collect are plastic bottles and aluminum cans. If it is a deposit, the bottle or can will be labeled with an OR 5-cent symbol. Once you know it is an Oregon deposit, we separate them further. Deposit cans are split into two realms: greater than 16 ounces and smaller than or equal to 12 ounces. Similarly, deposit bottles are split into two realms: greater than 20 ounces and smaller than or equal to 20 ounces. Regardless of the container, remember to empty the deposits of any liquid before putting them in the bag. There will be a bucket of juices to empty containers into. Deposit bags must be replaced when they are full. To check if a bag is ready, remove the cardboard frame and check the fill line. Only when a bag of deposits is at or above the fill line is it ready to be switched out. Tie off the full bag and move it to the back of the queue. From here, it will be picked up and taken away to be reprocessed. More bags are located to the right of the GMP sorting area. Line the cardboard frame with a fresh bag and clip the sign to it so others know which deposit category it belongs to.
So if all deposits go over here, what do we do with bottles and cans that are not Oregon deposits?
If you see a bottle or can that does not have an OR 5-cent label, that means it's a non-deposit. Non-deposits include jugs, tin cans, yogurt cups, and juice cartons. These will be sorted directly into a non-deposit barrel. Once we fill a barrel with non-deposits, we place it in the front of the queue. Later, a crew will haul a load of non-deposit barrels to the drop box. Some plastics that are not deposits and are clean will be sorted into two other categories: sheet plastic and hard plastic. If there are no sticky juices or food waste on these types of plastics, we will place them into their respective containers. The third GMP category we look for is glass. We separate glass into two groups: deposit and non-deposit. Again, look for the OR 5-cent label. When placing the glass into the bins, try not to break the bottles. Other coworkers in the queue without earmuffs will thank you. Lastly, if you come across an aerosol can, place them in their own container, as they are recycled in a special way. And again, if there are any items that do not belong in any of these categories, like wrappers or gloves, then place them in the trash.
Hey guys, can you please take a load out to the drop box?
Yeah, of course.
All right, thank you.
So then I say, that's not GMP, that's compost. You need this.
Hey, can you get out and lower the liftgate and then back me up to the platform by the drop box?
Yeah, sure, no problem.
You guys have some time to help me power through some compost?
Yeah, sure, Phil. All right.
Okay, so Cliff, right?
Yes.
Nice to meet you. Let me show you how to sort compost. You pull contaminants out of the food waste. Contaminants are things like plastic bags, plastic trays, sushi boxes, foil wrappers, and you put them either into the recycling or into the trash, depending on what it is. If it's recyclable, it'll go right behind me to that recycling drop box right there. If it's trash, there's another drop box a little bit farther down that you'll empty it into. There's a guide right over our heads here that tells you what can be composted, and it also has stuff for the trash items and for the recycling, so it'll be a quick reference if you need it.
Hey, so where does all this compost come from, and then where does it go from here?
Well, we collect both pre-consumer and post-consumer food items. Pre-consumer means it's anything from the kitchen, while post-consumer are any leftover food items or compostable items after people eat.
Wow, that is awesome. I had no idea we did so much composting here on campus. So from here, where does it all go?
The compost is sent to a nearby facility. From there, it's piled up and reprocessed and later sold back to the community. Hey Cliff, come over here. I'm going to show you how to operate the hydraulic lift.
Alright.
So this lift is specifically designed to lift toters. And what you want to do is position the lip of the lift to the toter's frame. Alright? That will secure it when we dump the compost. So these buttons here move the lift either up or down. But before you raise it, make sure the toter's lid is all the way open. This way no compost bags will get stuck when you're dumping. And if you find that compost gets stuck, don't shake it with the motor. Instead, grab a shovel and climb up on the step ladder to remove it. And one more thing, don't forget to turn the switch off after you're done using it. This will save the battery. Well, I think it's about time we head back and fill out our time cards. Let's get out of here.
All right.
Toss your gloves in the dirty laundry bin over there, but just don't leave them wadded up in a ball.
Alright, good to know.
Behold, time cards.
So, where do we begin?
The first step is filling in your name. Last name first, first name last. Then you fill in the date and the hours worked under it. Don't worry about location. Instead, focus on work order. There's a specific code for each task we completed during our shift. The work order sheet is on the wall above the time cards. It lists all the various work order codes. Today we did a van route, a paper route, paper sorting, GMP sorting, and compost sorting. Then describe each work order. Like for Rec VA, write down van route, or for Rec PR, write down paper route. And then estimate the amount of time spent doing each work order, the total adding up to 5 hours. After that, just sign and you're done. Great first day, Cliff. You did well, man.
Thanks, Alex. I feel like I learned a lot today. Your advice really helped.
Yeah, no problem. It's nice to have a job that you can be proud of. The work we do here not only makes a difference in ourselves, but in our university and in our world.
You're totally right. Thanks again for all the help. Have a good day.
See ya.
Hey Grandma, how's it going? Yeah, first day of work went great. Learned a lot.
You have a purpose, and it might not be defined to you yet, but you're following some form of that and not denying it. You came and got this job in this program. I'm not talking about destiny. I'm just talking about your calling is actually becoming conscious of the way you do things and the things in your surrounding and the choices that you make. It's as simple as that. It's just becoming a conscious being on the planet. And the power you have is the power of the people. And there's a chant, it goes, there ain't nothing like the power of the people, and the power of the people won't stop. And so it starts with you.
Power to the people, mama. Power to the people. Power to the people, mama. Power to the people. Power to the people, mama. Power to the people.
Alright, set up a little bit, Alex. Tell me.
Say power, more power. To the brother, more power. Say power, more power.
Alright, watch the struggle.
What do you want me to do with it?
I think I'm stuck.
I'm helping.
And then just like all of a sudden.
Oh my god. The sacrifices that we make for this film. Had to get a good angle to clean that spot.
We go around on foot and bring them to locations where they can be driven to the queue. Sorry about that.
No.
We give helps to streamline the recycling process. I apologize.
That's all right, man.
Hey, Wiley.
So what am I asking?
looked instantly.
Okay, okay. Sincere.
Some of it got in my mouth from the sweat.
Oh man.
That's bad.
Don't shake it with the motor. All right, we're great. All right, let's do it again.